Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the iconic maritime disaster, the sinking of the Titanic. This immense vessel, a triumph of engineering, was deemed practically unsinkable. Yet on a cold April night in 1912, this majestic ship met its tragic end in the icy North Atlantic. The Titanic's sinking sent shockwaves around the world, raising many questions. Could this disaster have been prevented? Join me as we retrace those fateful hours, exploring 10 key factors that might have saved the Titanic. Let's delve into the history and decisions that led to this tragedy. Our exploration begins with the smallest components of its construction, the rivets. These seemingly insignificant pieces of metal played a crucial role in the fate of one of history's most infamous maritime disasters. These small metal pins held together the steel plates of the ship's hull. They were the unsung heroes, or perhaps the silent villains in the story of the Titanic. Each rivet was supposed to ensure the integrity and strength of the ship's structure. The inquiry revealed that the iron rivets used in some sections were of substandard quality. Investigations showed that the materials used were not uniform throughout the ship. Some sections had rivets made of wrought iron, which were weaker and more brittle compared to the steel rivets used in other parts. These weaker rivets, coupled with the iceberg impact, snapped, compromising the hull. The collision with the iceberg was catastrophic, but it was the failure of these rivets that allowed the hull to be breached so extensively. The force of the impact caused the rivets to pop, leading to the opening of seams in the ship's hull. Had the ship been constructed with higher quality steel and robust rivets, the impact might have been less severe. The use of stronger materials could have prevented the rapid flooding that ensued. The Titanic might have had a fighting chance to stay afloat longer, allowing more time for rescue operations. The weaker rivets gave way, allowing the icy Atlantic waters to surge into the ship. As the rivets failed, water poured in at an alarming rate, sealing the fate of the Titanic and many of its passengers. The structural integrity of the ship was compromised in a matter of moments. This discovery underscores a critical lesson. The strength of a structure is only as strong as its weakest link. The Titanic's tragedy serves as a stark reminder of the importance of quality in every component of construction. Even the smallest parts can have the most significant impact. The Titanic's legacy led to stricter shipbuilding standards and the use of more durable materials. The disaster prompted a re-evaluation of maritime safety regulations, leading to advancements that have saved countless lives since. The lessons learned from the Titanic continue to influence shipbuilding practices to this day, ensuring that such a tragedy is never repeated. Another critical factor in the Titanic's fate was its hull design. The hull is the watertight body of a ship, and its design is crucial for the vessel's safety and integrity. At the time, the concept of a double hull was not yet standard practice in shipbuilding. Shipbuilders in the early 1900s relied on single hull designs, which were considered sufficient for the era's maritime needs. A double hull features 2 layers of watertight plating with a space in between. This space acts as a buffer zone, providing an extra layer of protection against breaches and leaks. This design acts as a safeguard, providing an additional barrier against flooding. In the event of a collision or grounding, the outer hull may be compromised, but the inner hull remains intact, preventing water from entering the ship. Had the Titanic been equipped with a double hull, the impact with the iceberg might have resulted in a less severe breach. The double hull could have contained the damage to the outer layer, reducing the risk of catastrophic flooding. The use of a double hull would have significantly increased the Titanic's chances of survival. It would have provided a critical window of time for passengers and crew to evacuate safely, potentially saving many lives. Today, double hulls are a standard safety feature in modern shipbuilding, a testament to the lessons learned from the Titanic disaster. This innovation has greatly improved maritime safety, ensuring that ships are better equipped to handle unforeseen accidents and protect their passengers and cargo. We now explore the Titanic's network of watertight bulkheads, a marvel of early 20th century engineering. These bulkheads divided the hull into separate compartments, a crucial safety feature designed to keep the ship afloat even if the hull was breached. However, a critical flaw lay in the height of these bulkheads, which only extended a few decks high. They did not extend all the way up to the top deck, leaving the upper sections of the ship vulnerable. This meant that if one compartment flooded, water could spill over into the next, leading to a chain reaction of flooding throughout the ship. Had these bulkheads been designed to extend higher, they could have contained the flooding within a single compartment, potentially saving the ship. This design flaw had catastrophic consequences, as the water quickly spread from one compartment to another, sealing the ship's fate. The Titanic's sinking led to revised maritime safety regulations, mandating higher bulkhead standards to prevent such a disaster from happening again. These new regulations required bulkheads to extend up to the top deck, ensuring that flooding could be contained more effectively. Today, modern ships are equipped with advanced safety features, including higher bulkheads and more robust compartmentalization. All lessons learned from the tragic sinking of the Titanic. The legacy of the Titanic lives on, not just in the memories of those who perished, but in the improved safety standards that protect countless lives at sea today. The Lifeboats, a story of misplaced confidence. The Titanic carried enough lifeboats for only about half of the people on board. This decision was based on the belief that the ship was practically unsinkable. The lifeboats became a stark symbol of the limited options available. The shortage of lifeboats stands as a chilling reminder of the importance of prioritizing human life. The tragedy led to international regulations requiring ships to carry enough lifeboats for everyone on board. The haunting image of the Titanic's sinking serves as a powerful reminder of the human cost of complacency. Whispers in the night, the unheeded warnings. The Titanic's wireless operators received numerous ice warnings from other ships. These messages were not all relayed to the bridge. Some warnings, deemed less urgent, never reached the captain and his officers. Had these warnings been relayed promptly, the Titanic might have altered course. The tragedy highlights the critical importance of clear and effective communication. A race against fate. Despite multiple iceberg warnings, the Titanic continued at near top speed. The ship's officers, confident in its design, maintained a high speed. This need for speed blinded them to potential dangers. Had the Titanic been traveling slower, there would have been more time to react. The Titanic's story serves as a reminder that speed should never come at the expense of safety. It highlights the importance of prudent decision-making in hazardous conditions. The lack of binoculars for the lookouts stationed in the crow's nest. The lookouts were the first line of defense against dangers like icebergs. On that night, they relied solely on their naked eyes. With binoculars, the lookouts might have spotted the iceberg sooner. Even a few extra seconds could have made a critical difference. The lack of binoculars underscores the need for crucial equipment in critical situations. Seconds from disaster. The time it took for the iceberg warning to reach the bridge was critical. The communication chain involved multiple steps. Every second was precious in those frantic moments. A more direct means of communication could have saved precious seconds. A faster response time might have allowed the crew to avoid the iceberg. The Titanic's story highlights the importance of rapid communication channels. The role of training and emergency drills. The crew's lack of familiarity with emergency procedures contributed to the chaos. There had been no full-scale evacuation drills conducted. This lack of preparation meant the response was hampered by confusion. Better preparedness could have potentially saved more lives. The Titanic's sinking highlighted the importance of comprehensive crew training and regular emergency drills. A glimmer of hope amidst the tragedy. Nearby ships that could have rescued the Titanic. A series of miscommunications meant that help arrived too late. The SS Californian was close enough to rescue many passengers. Misinterpretation of distress signals prevented the Californian from responding in time. The Titanic's story underscores the importance of clear distress signals and constant vigilance. The proximity of potential rescuers amplifies the tragedy. 10 ways the sinking of the Titanic could have been prevented. These lessons have reshaped maritime practices, leading to stricter regulations and improved safety protocols. By understanding these factors, we honor the lessons learned from the Titanic. The story of the Titanic is a testament to the interconnectedness of small details and their far-reaching consequences. If you found this video insightful, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more historical deep dives. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.